It's Wednesday the 30th of March, and today we start with questions to ministers, starting with Nicola Willis to the Minister of Finance about tax cuts, Duncan Webb to the Minister of Finance about the economy, Louise Upston to the Minister for Social Development about job seeker numbers, Glenn Bennett to the Minister for Energy and Resources about offshore renewable energy, Matt Ducey to the Minister of Health about mental health services, Paul Eagle to the Minister for COVID-19 about changes in the framework, Simon Court to the Minister of Local Government about Three Waters, Barbara Edmonds to the Minister of Transport about improved transport links in Wellington, Simeon Brown to the Minister of Transport about the cost of vehicles, Ricardo Menendez-March to the Minister of Immigration about the migration of disabled people, Nacy Chen to the Minister of Commerce about lending rules, and Mark Mitchell to the Minister of Police about gangs. After oral questions, we will go to the general debate and then the Appropriation 2001, 2020-21 Confirmation and Validation Bill. There's no debate on that. The Government Notice of Motion number 2 on the appointment of the Chief Electoral Officer, the first reading of the Ngāti Kahungunu and Rangatane Deeds of Settlement Bill, the committee stages of the Matariki Public Holiday Bill in the name of Kiritapu Allen, then the first reading continued of the Natural Hazards Insurance Bill in the name of Dr. David Clark, the third reading continued of Dr. Clark's Commerce Amendment Bill, and then the third reading of the Incorporated Societies Bill, again in the name of Dr. David Clark. That should get us through till 10 o'clock tonight. Select committees have been meeting this morning. They'll be meeting again tomorrow, and the House will resume at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.